To support this podcast, go to positivesarcasm.com/donate. Any amount is appreciated. Once again, positivesarcasm.com/donate. Thank you and enjoy the program. Jay here, positivesarcasm.com, recorded here from the Atlantic Ocean, from New Hampshire's beautiful seacoast, inside the brand new, long overdue, spare parts studio, founded in 2018. Like, subscribe, share, donate. Positivesarcasm.com/donate. Any amount is appreciated. You can find this podcast on the video versions on Rumble at Positive Sarcasm, YouTube, Positive Sarcasm Podcast. The audio version is available anywhere podcasts are available. Well, a few of them have disappeared off of Spotify because of some music rights violations, but whatever. We're here now. We shedded some weight and we're here now. I don't know where to start. My bearings. I'm still trying to get my bearings, like understanding. I did some video testing, like audio testing, before we got started. But the original settings are still intact. Like the original laptop that started this studio a few years back, it's still here. It's the same program that hasn't changed. Still running. Like that is just, it was just moved. Everything is like there, but everything else is spread out. There's some familiar faces as far as like some of the artwork that is around me, but everything's different. But I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through this slowly. If you have questions or comments, you can hit me up on Instagram at @positive_sarcasm on Instagram. You can comment on YouTube. You can comment on Rumble. That's fine. You can email me directly, positivesarcasm@outlook.com. But the best way to find me for anything, if you want to hit me up, positivesarcasm.com, go to the contact section. I'm right there. There's a contact section. You can email me. I don't keep your data. I don't need it. I don't do that stuff. Okay. There's ways to contribute and all that stuff. But I guess, so we'll take you back a little bit. The original Spare Parts Studio. I mean, the podcast started a long time ago with a friend of mine over a beer, but the actual studio, when I decided to put stuff together and make a studio for myself that consisted of like stuff that I had lying around or things like that. Like that started in 2019, like late 2018, early 2019. I actually had a studio that I put together that consisted of, chilling out in a room just with cool stuff and technology and just stuff I found on the side of the road, furniture I found on the side of the road, things that were gifted to me. Really, no money spent. No money spent. So that studio that idea has not seen the light of day since 2021. And I mean like the end of 2020, that studio was packed up and it's been a temporary basement studio, and the undisclosed location, the Sandbox. The Sandbox was a temporary location in Hampton Beach. Then another temporary, and then from the Sandbox, I spent 3 years in a shitty little college town, surrounded by assholes and people who barely learned how to wipe their own ass just a few years ago. And I've been working through all kinds of ups and downs and trying to get all my balances straightened out. The money funneling, the idea of how the hell was I going to get back down here? And after 3 years, I said, that's enough. We got to get down here. I need sanctity. I'm exhausted. Of just being here. There's no energy here. There's no flow. There's no peace and quiet. And finally, I'm here. And I want to describe to you what, first of all, the feeling is great. Like I'm sitting in here. I still have a couple things to like lay out, but ultimately things are in their spot. Like I might have a box that I'm looking at right here, but everything I want to see is what I want to see. So I'm going to move this box. I have a box of cords. It's a small box of cords. It's not on the floor, but it's out of the way. But I'm going to move that probably into the closet. There's some shoes. I have these beautiful what are they called? They're like a suede boot. I broke the laces on the other day in the morning. Oops, I gotta buy new laces. But those are gonna get put back. But my camera is sitting on a tripod that's it's in its spot. Like it's actually like velcroed into the spot where it's gonna stay. My viewpoint is of course my laptop, but that's connected about 6 feet away from me to a 42-inch flat screen. So I could see everything beautifully. I have now the thing is I'm a little too far away from my computer, but I don't have to lean to it. I got my mouse right here. My mouse is right here in my right hand. And then I have two options. I have a small QWERTY keyboard that is charging right now. And then I went with old school. I got rid of the Bluetooth bullshit, and I was like, I want a wired keyboard. Just a wired keyboard. I throw it on my lap. I'm good to go. So I got a nice little compact keyboard. I have my notes, my writing stuff. I have my lighting is a little weird, but that's okay. That's all set up. I have this beautiful writing desk next to me that's got a bunch of stuff in it, and it's got my drawers. Everything's all organized. I have this. This isn't supposed to be here, but this is a .45 caliber carbine, a rifle. It's here. Okay. It just happened to make its way here. Now, what else do we have? First of all, let me take a swig because I want to describe to you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at it's an office. This is an office. Like, it has a chair with a desk and a fucking high-speed, high workforce computer with a small commercial printer that's like $1,000. Did I pay for the computer? No. Did I pay for the printer? No. Did I pay for the TV that is a 32-inch flat screen TV? No. I really didn't pay for much of this shit. But we have made some upgrades. Nothing is just lying around. The goal of this studio is for everything to have a spot. If it's a certain type of lighthearted decoration, or if it's tools for the job, or if it's artwork on the walls, everything is in this room is supposed to have. If I look, I don't get distressed. I don't get upset. So I'll go around the room to tell you what I see for those who's listening. So the technology I'm using to actually run this podcast, all right, to run this, to do editing and whatever. On my right, I have a Dell 6th Gen i7 laptop. It is the battery shit on it. Well, the battery's not shit, but the casing underneath's broken. But it's just a poorly. The build quality of the external is poor. But it's a Dell i7 running Windows 7 because I haven't updated. I'm not upgrading it right now because I don't need to, because this thing does nothing but really record audio and video. That's it. So it sits here. It's attached with multiple USB hubs. There's a Lenovo hub underneath it that connects a couple things. I have an external Wi-Fi adapter for it. Attached to it is also a nice little lighting lamp. Lighting is not. I'm not huge on lighting around here, so I have some natural lighting coming in, which is nice. Finally, I have some natural lighting coming into the office. It is. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is an actual office. The microphone, this Razer Mini mic that was a gift, is on a stand that sits next to me here. It's not really in the way. Like, I can pivot, I can move it back and forth, up and down. It's great. I got my energy stuff. I got my Elevate You. I've got my 5-hour energies, my 4-brain focus. It's like all right here. And the idea was to move all the wires kind of out of the way. So the wiring's not bad in here. It could use a little bit of a cleanup, but ultimately it's not bad. I think the one wire I got to mess with is the wired keyboard because this wire is huge. But that's about it. There's a little bit of lighting behind me. Above me, of course, I have all my fitness trophies. I didn't know where else to put them. So I figured since I have them, I guess I'll put them up. And then next to me, of course, a couple books. A picture of my late father holding Snickers, the little Cocker Spaniel. This was given to me by a nice lady named Ruth, who I'm related to. It's a little sandbar. It's got a little sandbar in it and stuff like that. And here's the coconut in the lounge chair. Is the coconut I took from Fort Lauderdale. I still have it. I called it the world's smallest coconut, and I still have it. So that's there. Just little stupid bullshitty decorations. And then of course above me, the lovely Steph made this for me. This is the Betsy Ross flag with the PS logo in it. That is up loud and proud. Because I'm a patriot. So that's there. That's up there, full display. Now the artwork. Let's talk about the artwork around the studio. Some of it you can't see, but I'm going to go from left to right. On my left, I have a Intel Z440 Xeon processor desktop computer. It's actually a server. It's designed to run like consoles and stuff. It's going to get some hard drive upgrades. It's running a 32-inch monitor. It's got a nice grandmother desk on it. It's all nice and organized. Next to it's a $900 Epson printer. Didn't pay for that shit. A couple other things, but ultimately I got to get that up. But above that is, of course, the PS logo, the good old-fashioned white logo, the white background with the black hole. So that's there, but it's just a little thing. I threw it up there to fill a spot. The Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, which I actually bought from like Marshall's or Burlington Coat Factory like 10 years ago. I have that. That's still up. Like it's in pretty good shape. There might be some boogers on there. I'm not really sure. So there's that. My grab bag is still with me. Then over to directly in front of me, there's a closet holding more computers. There's at least 3 more in there. There's a first gen i7, a second gen i5, and then another Xeon processor server. And then in front of me on the wall, picture of Elon Musk, who took a puff of weed on the Rogan. That my nephew gave me that. So it's a picture of Elon with the joint in his hand. That's from the original studio. Over here there's a movie. There was a movie from like 1982 called Wrong is Right. It's a movie about a journalist or news anchor who was reporting on basically World War III about to happen. It's kind of like a parody movie from the early 80s. It stars Sean Connery. So it's one of those movies that I guess nobody's ever seen, but it's a cool, I don't know, it's a movie I'd end up watching, but it's a cool poster though. So if you look it up, it's him with his arms out like this, holding a microphone with his tie that's too short, and behind him is an atom bomb going off. So it's pretty. That's framed though. Everything in here is framed. That's the most important thing. Everything here, there's no posters just sitting on the wall. Everything is framed. So that picture, that Wrong is Right picture, that's the original like movie poster from like the 80s. Like that was an original print. So I found those in a variety shop up in the Lakes region. So I found that. I framed that. That's on the wall. And then finally, just above this frame that's in front of me, above it is a Vermont license plate that says Grateful. That license plate came from a guy who made threats against President Clinton. And my late father arrested this guy with a U.S. Marshal's warrant. Using a U.S. Marshal's warrant, stuck a gun in this guy's face. The U.S. Marshals picked him up, kicked him, and basically put him on a plane. He was gone. There's a little more to that story, but ultimately that license plate is from that guy, and I finally have that plate on display. It's pretty cool. Now, below it, this is the piece of the resistance. This is, on my right, this is the most expensive frame. I actually had to buy this. Okay? Some frames are cheap. Anything over 40 inches, as far as frames go, you're paying. This was the cheapest one I could find. This was over $100 for this fucking poster, for this frame. The poster is Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. This was an epic movie from the early 80s. So there was Star Trek 1 through 6. I actually have the original Laserdisc of Star Trek 2, Star Trek, the motion picture. It was great. It was when William Shatner, his first movie as Captain Kirk. It was actually Admiral Kirk in that movie. He was Admiral Kirk in this movie too. This was a great movie though. This had Ricardo Montalban in it. Excellent movie. This is also, once again, an original print. An original print from the movies. 820086. I had this frame, but this one's huge. The other one, the Wrong is Right one, is not as big. It's like 28 by 22, something like that. So not huge. Not big at all. But great size. But this is massive. This frame is fucking massive. This is 48 by 22. This cost me like $105, $110 to get this. And I was like, fuck it. If I'm going to spend something on this studio, it's going to be this. And then, so that's new. What also is new is this desk, this little side table that the laptop that runs the studio is on. This cost me nothing. I found this at a Salvation Army store for like $8.99. Cleaned it up a little bit. And this is perfect. It's actually pretty damn big. It's perfect. It carries everything that I need to run the studio. The 42-inch flat screen, which I'm pointing right here, that's a TV I found on the side of the road. 42 inches, works perfectly. Found that on the side of the road. I'm like, perfect. So that is now my viewpoint of everything that's in the studio, or what you're gonna see essentially. So, almost forgot what I'm sitting on. This is a tufted chaise lounge with a throw blanket. This chaise lounge, I had one. I gave it to who's now my ex, bitch. Wanted to fuck that one, basically dumped me so she could fuck that guy who lives in Northampton. Whatever. What are you gonna do? So I like the one that I gave, but so I was like, fuck it, I want another one. So I got this one. No hard feelings. Yeah, whatever. So this one. This is like a vanilla one. This is vanilla chaise. I had to make some alterations to it, cleaned it up, and this is my chair. This is now the official chair where you chill, and you can read books in this. You can take a little nap in this. The dog sits on this thing. I can edit video in here. I can sit on this and just edit video with my new Samsung Galaxy tablet. I could sit on here and do work and listen to music or whatever. And this is the official new podcast chair. This is fantastic. I love this. Like, everything that's here is great. There's a couple things here and there that I'm going to move, into the closet so I don't have to see shit, which is awesome. Down here by the ocean. So my morning, I wake up to the sound of birds chirping. Like, it sounds like Jurassic Park out there. Or no, like Costa Rica. Like, there's fucking birds. All different kinds of birds everywhere. The robins are laying their eggs. There's the hawks. There's these blackbirds with these orange wings or orange ears or something. And there's, like, cranes and shit. Or storks, or I don't know. And you can hear the ocean waves just beyond the marsh crashing. And it's just like, this is so cool. This is what I wake up to. This is what I'm waking up to. And then I drink coffee. I share moments with my fiance and just the peace and quiet that is down here. It's weird. I came from this. First of all, Manchester can go fuck itself. I came there. I spent 12 years there. No, 13 years in that shithole. Moved down here, and then Durham. I spent 3 years there, and it was just like. It was noise. It was annoying. It was hot. It was uncomfortable. I was cramped. I was in the little corner, with poor posture, just trying to stay awake. I was like, what? I got to do something. I'm dying here. I don't want to die here. And now I'm here. And I wake up and the birds chirping and the sun is shining through the kitchen. And I take a hot shower and I can think with clarity without crazy noise. And then I leave the bedroom, or I leave this studio where everything is where I want it to be. Everything is where I want it to be. The way I wanted it set up. It's so cool. Like, this is stuff that I've had in storage that I couldn't use for months, if not years. And I finally get to use it. It's so awesome. Why the hell did it take so long? I didn't know that seeking peace would require so much noise. Why didn't anyone tell me? Why wasn't I prepared for this? I can't go back in time. That's something you can't control. But I can tell you this. Where I'm sitting right now, if I could hold on to this forever, I would. What I'm going to tell you is I'm going to work as hard as I can to achieve that. To keep it. I'm here now. There's no guarantees in life. You know? I look forward to spending the next several years here. But I'm going to work really hard making sure that we can stay down here for the rest of our lives. So that I could at least set the example. Because it's hard to convince people just by talking to them that this is the life they look for and this is how hard it takes to achieve this. You just have to go out and do it on your own and hope that maybe people start paying attention and following your example. Like, you can't come down here with debt. You can't come down here with debt. You can't expect to stay here a long time with that. With poor intentions and bad. I'm surrounded by boomers. I wake up and I mow the lawn. That I get joy out of that. Of flexing that muscle. That I'm going to go out and mow a lawn. So I can be an exemplary example of the people that I live around. So I can keep their property values high, obviously. But ultimately, like, take care of this environment that I've been granted for a long term. And you know, like I come out and I clean my car. People walk by, you know, and you know, nice car, man. I know every person in this neighborhood now, simply just by existing. It's so weird. It's like neighbors. One neighbor just stepped over the rock wall and just came over and introduced themselves and said hi. And I'm like, who the fuck? I'm like, in other environments, if this was like back where I was, I'd be like, who the fuck are you? Like, my gun would be out. Here, it's like, I'm just surrounded by boomers. Boomers. And they just want to come over and say hi. They mean there's no malintent. They want to know. Ultimately, this is what they want to know. They want to introduce themselves and say, hey, we are of no threat to you. And we want to know if you're a good person. We just want to know what kind of person you are so we can navigate around you. And know that we're going to be okay over here on our side of the wall. And that's it. They just introduced, my name is, and then this is, and this person that you see drive by, and that person who lives there is, and then you see those people walk by. And then they say hi. And then they come over and they introduce themselves. And they tell you about what they do. And you say, hey, I love your house, and I love that spiral staircase. That's amazing. And they tell you about this and that. No, it's my grandson. And you see people walking dogs in the neighborhood. And they're just like, yeah, everybody's quiet. Nobody's a dick. Nobody's noisy. Nobody's really speeding. It's not a very busy road. And then the ocean's down there. And you know that people are being silly and having a good time. And I'm in my sanctuary. I had some issues when I first was coming down here. There's little things that put me in my place, but that reminded me of where I came from. And now I'm okay. Like, I understand what the things that I'm up against now. But I'm only fighting myself at this point. Like, I now answer to less and less people. There's one person in my life that I absolutely have to answer for. And then there's a couple other people. Like a couple. I no longer really answer to any institutions. Or property management per se. I answer to a few people. And as long as I can keep their bellies full per se, I'm good. I'm good. It's so nice down here. And people down here are so friendly. Like, you can't imagine it. Like, there's 350 million people in this country. And a lot of them just hate their neighbors. Or because their neighbors are dicks. And they live in shitty areas. There's property disputes. There's theft. There's vandalism. There's just ridiculous amounts of noise. The only noise here is me. And it's not even that bad. My car is clean. I have room in my driveway. I don't have to swap cars anymore. If it's raining, I leave the car, my favorite car. The roof is down. It stays in the garage. I don't have to cover it anymore. I have less to worry about. Like, I cannot tell you how relieving it is to know that even though the game is rigged, once I knew that the game is rigged, I was like, cool. That's when you know how to play. If the game is rigged, if you know the game is rigged, you're like, cool. Then I know you can still play and you can still win. But this little thing, mowing the lawn and sweeping the steps and looking out the window and drinking coffee as the sun comes up and you hear the waves. What more could you possibly ask for? I don't have to do this bullshit triangle of, going to this gym, only have to go back to the place that I worked at to go up north to fucking, hang my hat and sleep for the night, or at least try to. Now everything it's right here. 10 minutes down the road is my gym. Same town. Take Chase to the park every morning. He runs around like a little maniac. He has a blast. He lays on the back deck and just suns himself. Chases the squirrels because that's what he does. It's amazing down here. I cannot tell you how... This is the life I would recommend for all of you who are just looking to escape. I need a drink. I'm fucking my mouth's sore. I know. I get it. I get it. I'm surrounded by cool stuff. There's no privilege. A privilege is something you've earned. I've earned the privilege to come down here and spend this time down here. This is a privilege. I worked for this. I earned this. I earned because of my hustle. Because of my hustle. I couldn't do this a year ago, maybe. 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I couldn't do this. I could do it now. I can do it now on my own if I wanted to. Absolutely. But how I wake up and how I go to bed and the cleanliness, the ability to navigate the space. I don't trip over anything. People will probably listen to this like, what are you talking about? But like, I'm telling you, like, I feel like I could breathe. I feel like I just got out of a halfway house for the last 3 years. I haven't had a studio since 2020. Like, I feel like I just got out. I feel like I'm breathing for the first time. That's what it feels like to me. I've had so many angry podcasts. Well, there'll be some down the road, I'm sure. And I'll give you reasons, but I've had so many angry podcasts just about being in this environment. It's like, that doesn't have to be like that. It's beautiful out. Even the rainy days or the foggy days or the cloudy days. It's beautiful. It's beautiful here. I can close my door and just vent and note take. And I have all of these resources available to me. And I'm surrounded by cool stuff. And there's very little that I need to organize. Everything works. And all the stuff that I've saved up over the years of spare parts is now paying dividends. Finally. And I was like, all right, and I'm going to get rid of the stuff that absolutely has no use. And in time, obviously we'll do a little tinkering here and there of moving things around, but I put some stuff on display to remind myself of the old studio that once was and what the new studio is. It's long overdue. I'll be honest. It's long overdue. But to just sit here and know that I'm okay. I'm at peace. I'm not going to hear anything that's going to set me off. I double checked it. I've been working on this studio for about a month. For at least a week and a half, I couldn't even look at this. This was a pile of shit. This room, when I walked in here, it was a pile. It was just a pile of stuff. I didn't know how to really tackle it. So what I did was I started taking some of the heavier furniture, which there really isn't, and so just started slowly moving it into place. I put the coffee table over there. That coffee table used to hold up my bed. It used to be the foot of my bed. Now now I can see myself in 1080p. My beautiful watch boxes, all my Swiss watch boxes, they're on display because watch boxes are basically display items. They're on display. A couple nutcrackers I have, they're like glittery and stuff. They're out on display. My posters, they're all framed and on the wall. They're beautiful. Some books that I've read, some trophies that I earned. My nice furniture. It was just a big puddle in the middle of the room. And then little by little, things started going into place. I moved this over there, put the TV on top. I put the power surge, the surge protector here. I started mounting things the way I'd want them to look. Move things back and forth. Things that were jiggling. This furniture jiggled. I needed to strengthen it, so I did that. And then I put the TV together. I put the computer together. Made sure that worked. I upgraded the windows on it. I made sure that everything on it worked. That was the goal. Make sure everything works. Make sure everything's straight. Make sure it belongs there. So there was no frustrations or complications. Everything was easily put awayable. And no clutter. That was the goal. No clutter. Sure, a couple things can get left out here and there, like this notebook that I have. That can stay right there. That's okay. That's all right. Easy access. I have my go bag with my laptop, my wallet, and all that. And my protection. That's all there. My protection, I mean, pew pew, not pew pew. So that's there. You should see it. It's nice. It's cozy, but it's spacious. I can walk in here, sit down, not going to trip over anything. I can walk to the desk and do work. Not going to trip over anything. I can leave here, not trip over anything. Nothing's in the way. Wires, out of the way. I got one wire that runs across the actual floor itself. That's covered by a carpet. Reason being is because the camera is far enough away, it needed to run. I couldn't run it the other way, so I ended up just running it underneath and through the can I stretch it out maybe? I don't know. I'm not worried about it right now. It's not an issue. It doesn't bother me. It's just one wire. One little wire. Because this is a studio that I wanted. If you wanted to sit down and do stuff, I wanted to sit down and do stuff. If I ever wanted to have a guest, I could probably set it up. I know I could set it up. I have the equipment down here. But I can tell you, you can come in here. Anybody can come in here and do work. If you needed this to be an office, there is a very comfy chair over here. And you can just turn everything on and it just goes right to work. No passwords, no fiddling with shit. Just sit down and do work. I can sit here and I can look up articles all day long. Like it's just like it was over there. I just gotta look like this. I just click the thing, boom, right there. There's my monitor, and I can just click it, and it goes away. I can't reach the laptop. I can't reach the TV. Don't have to. I don't have to. I've made it so easy for myself. I grab this keyboard, and this mouse sits here, and I'm ready to go. This is exactly what I was hoping for. This is the life I've always wanted for myself. I haven't had a studio in 4 years, an actual studio in 4 to 5 years. I've been wanting to be down here since the age of 30. I knew I wanted to move down here. Now, I say, is it expensive to be down here? Yes, it is. Is it going to be tough to stay down here? Yes, it is. But everything that you want is tough. The American dream is tough. It's hard. It will always be hard. But everything that I've done is hard. But I've achieved all of it. I've rebounded everything that I've lost. And I've gained even more. You know what was funny? I saw it the other day. There was I looked at a really nice beachside, oceanside apartment in Hampton Beach, on the north wall. On the second floor, you wake up and you can see the Isle of Shoals. Beautiful view. It's right there by the wall. Really cool. Nice place. I told him I had a move-in date of May. He said, let me think about it. I mean, we had everything. If he could just wait 2 months, he would have had himself a great tenant, which he probably does now. Great. Good for him. And he said, we're going to go with somebody else. Took him like weeks to respond. I don't even know if I responded to him back when he said, I'm going with a March person. It would seem like a great tenant. Cool. Then I saw on Instagram the other day that North Wall, the wall, had like a takeover. People doing burnouts and smoke outs and just being assholes. And I saw my people over at Northampton PD screaming down here to shut it all down. And I'm like, oh shit, that place that we got denied an application for is right there. I saw it in the video. I go, ha, fuck you. That was the place we got turned down for. That was like a month later. That was a month earlier. And then I found this place. But that was like an apartment, like one half of a house. This is like a whole house, like a whole little house with property, like a driveway, a big one, nice driveway and a garage and a whole backyard, a whole front yard, a whole side yard. Got a mailbox. I got to put my name on it. I shouldn't say that. But yeah, it's like the neighborhood is that safe. That's what I love about it. I love being down here. I spent a month just staring at this pile that was this room. This isn't a big room, to be honest. It's not. But it doesn't need to be. But it is plenty, like, it seats, right now it seats two. But I set it up so it would seat two very comfortable. One could sit there. I could sit here and do work. Another person could be there on the computer. It's so refreshing. And if it gets warm in here, I have a fan above me and I got 2 windows. One of them is right out to the backyard. And I can hear the birds chirping and just, it's so nice. It's just so nice. It's almost sickening. Almost sickening. Like, I'm almost too bitter. Almost, though. I don't know what the next few years holds, but I know 2026 is going to be a very interesting year as far as prices in the world. And I mean, it's interesting right now, but it's like Just all I have to do is just stay focused. Stay focused. I worked very hard. I sat tight for 3 years. And then I didn't hesitate to strike when this became available. Have I enjoyed myself a little bit? A little bit, yes. But I've gotten right back to work. And when July hits, I'm going to be after it. I'm definitely going to be after it. I'm still in shock. This is the first time I've hit record since late April. So I don't know. This is all I know how to begin is like by telling you what I see and how I'm feeling. But ultimately to let you know, this is the most important thing. After 5 years, in everything that I have gone through, I'm here to let you know right now. I'm okay. This is okay. This area is beautiful. Like I'm okay though. Granted, I almost broke my back moving, but I'm okay. I'm in one piece. My head is in front of me. Like, I have so much to look for. I didn't fail. That's the thing. I didn't fail this time. The dream is alive. The dream is right here in front of me. I'm awake. It's here. There will be more hurdles to jump through. But I can tell you this, like, I'm here. And the hardest part about staying down here is just getting here. Once you get here, your probability of staying here in this area is almost certainly guaranteed. As long as you just understand, once you're in this area, you know what it takes to stay here. And as long as you don't give up, you can succeed at this. You can have this. This isn't much. People come in here and they go, I can't raise a family in here. It's like, I understand. There's a world out there for you. There's a house right next door for you. And you'll get to have boomer neighbors and a backyard, and a grill. I got a flat grill. Will and Beth, they got me a flat grill. They didn't have to fucking do anything. What did I ever do to deserve a gift from them or from anyone? But they gave me one. It's fucking awesome. Flat grill. 28 inches. It's huge. You can put like 9,000 burgers on it. It's awesome. I fucking love it. Ripping hot and no smoke alarms that I'm worrying about because it's outside. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. It makes me so happy and relieved to be here. To just look at all this cool shit that I have. I have so much cool shit. It's so fucking cool. It's so cool to be down here. It's so cool. I don't know how else to say it. I am literally cannot tell you. I can't describe the feeling of actually being down here. I can only describe what it is to be down here. Whoever you guys are, I missed you guys. This is going to take some time to shake off this rust. Not just for being away for over a whole month, but being away from this concept of a studio for almost 5 years. You know, I started this whole, in the last 10 years, of all the stuff that I've wanted to do and things that have happened in my life and all the disappointments. But you You just got to keep trying. You can't let the world eat you alive. I know a lot of you guys are having a tough time out there. Not all of you. But there's something to aim for. If you have something to aim for, just aim for it. It exists. You just don't know it exists. You don't know. You have to put yourself in that environment to understand what it is you're actually looking for. Once you know the numbers of the game, do the math, and then aim for it. I mean, Robert De Niro in a movie called The Score, he said something. He goes, figure out what you want in life and spend the next 25 years getting it. It's hard. You have to figure out what you want, though. It's like, do you want to figure out what you want when you're 40 or 30, 20? It's like, okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be 25 years. 25 years is figure out what you want out of the next, in 25 years. But figure out what you want in 10. Figure out what you want in 5. And you can achieve a lot. But you start small with that dream. You figure out, okay, what's the first little dream that I want to achieve? It's got to be location and status. Now, status is financial status, emotional status, physical status. What can you achieve in 1 year? You can have a nice little savings with investment. Physically, you can get stronger and healthier. Location-wise, you can change your location and get like a little nugget of your dream, like maybe a little apartment or a little studio down where you want to be, with a job that you like, or a side business that you like, or a way of collecting dividends or whatever. That's 1 year. What about 3 years? What about 5 years? By year 10, year 15, you're golden. But that's by 20, it's amazing what you can accomplish just by staying focused. I have a lot to do, and I have a lot to think about, and I mean, honestly, when I'm done with this, I'm going to go outside and mow the rest of the lawn. To me, I enjoy that. It's peaceful. I'm focused on something. And I wish that for you guys, whatever that happens to be. But this is me just kind of letting you know that I'm okay. That this is here. It's real. I didn't fail this time. And that, yeah, there'll be another one of these. I just wanted to let you know, like, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I'm seeing. This is the environment that I live in. And, you know, maybe next week we'll talk about some other stuff. There's a lot that's going on in the world, and just in general, or things that I've picked up along the way, information that I think you might find valuable. What you choose to do with it is up to you. So I think what we'll do is we'll call it for today, you know, and then see how this sounds, and maybe next week we'll see what direction we go in. There's a couple things I need to clean up here and there, but it's not bad. This is a cool spot. I highly recommend it. Thank you guys. Thanks for being patient. I really appreciate it. And then we'll talk to you next week. I'm sure of it. I really do. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, you can email me on my website. You can find me on Instagram. You can email me directly, positivesarcasm@outlook.com. If you're looking for posing music for all you fitness competitors, you guys know where to find me as usual. I'm the #1 guy. Like, subscribe, share, donate, positivesarcasm.com/donate. Any amount's appreciated. But we're here. Let's get to work. Thank you for listening, watching, subscribing, and waiting. And I'll talk to you all next week. Recorded here from the Spare Parts Studio alongside New Hampshire's beautiful seacoast for entertainment purposes only. This has been a Positive Sarcasm presentation.